Hey folks, we're back. Recently I did a video ranking the top villains of the Cameron Geller cinematic universe, at least in my opinion. And I got a bunch of requests to give my opinion on the top heroes of the Cameron Geller cinematic universe. Now straight up, I'm not sure there's a lot of characters that I would classify as heroes. So what I'm gonna do instead, which you probably saw in the thumbnail, is I'm gonna tell you guys which characters am I rooting for the most. And I'm gonna break it down as a top 5, just to make it simple. Okay, going right into it. Coming in at number 5, we have no adulting. We've all been there, unless you haven't gotten there in life yet, and then you will get there. Your first apartment, maybe going away to college. The transition to adulthood is tough. That's why we created the term adulting, so we could complain about it. This character idea was actually given to me and inspired by my current roommate. You guys have seen him in some videos. He's a bit younger than me, and this is his first apartment, and I've been witnessing the transition. And it's pretty funny, because I'm getting nostalgia from when I first moved out. Maybe I'll tell you guys some stories about that someday. But anyways, no adulting's innocent, he means well, and he's just figuring things out, which he will, in time. So I'm rooting for him. Okay, coming in at number 4, the character I'm rooting for is IDboy. And he could even be potentially higher up the list. He's such a sweetheart, he's just shy, and clearly has some social anxiety, maybe some insecurity too. He definitely doesn't mean anyone any harm. So yeah, he's hard to not root for, and I hope he can build some confidence over time. But also, if he just values his alone time, that's okay too. Okay, coming in at number 3, Chase Wood. Come on now, we're all rooting for him at this point. I think most of us are. Chase definitely has some growing and self-discovery to do and self-acceptance, and I'm hoping he's gonna get there. I mean, that's a story arc we're all hoping for, and clearly he's uncomfortable in his current state. What it's gonna take for him to actually get there, it's hard to say. He's got the trauma with his mom and his dad that he's still gotta unpack, and maybe some of you guys are surprised that he's not number 1, because after all, he probably is my main character, and I don't think that Chase Wood is a bad guy, but the number 2 and number 1 spot, I feel like from what we've seen so far, at their core, we can already tell they're well-meaning good people, where we haven't necessarily seen that from Chase yet because he has such a front. With that being said, number 2, Jack Hoffman. Okay, now you're starting to understand why Chase Wood wasn't number 1. Jack is so chill. He's so likable. He's a breath of fresh air in the Cameron Geller cinematic universe. He's the closest thing to a good guy in this universe. The only reason he's not number 1 is because I don't think he needs people rooting for him, because he's just so okay with himself. But yeah, Jack Hoffman, number 2. Okay, number 1, and I'm wearing part of his costume right now, Caleb Can't Roast. What's interesting about him is he started off as such a specific, one-dimensional character. Literally an entire character based around a person who can't deliver comebacks. And yet, I would say he's one of the most nuanced and deepest characters I have. Maybe the most three-dimensional character in the Cameron Geller cinematic universe. We've seen him hurt, obviously. We've seen him insecure. We've seen his relationship to Chase Wood and what that means to him. And I think really deep down, he is a sweetheart. He's a kid searching for acceptance. More so than Chase Wood, he's ready to accept himself. He's just trying to figure out how. You can see a lot of that in his video with Jack Hoffman. There's also something that's been filmed that hasn't been released yet that shows that as well. So yeah, I'm rooting for you, Caleb. I'm rooting for all 5 of you guys, and probably some others that I didn't get the chance to mention in this video. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Do you have the same 5? Do you have a different 5? Do you disagree? Do you agree? Let me know in the comments. I'll read it. As always, guys, subscribe, click the bell. I think it does things to help you see me more. And that's gonna be it for today's video. Let me know what you guys want to see next. Okay, peace.